Lastly, this story is among the tales that you chronicle in your book. It's The Media Stupid, PR Without the BS, which, great title, top notch. It was published earlier this year, and if someone wants to learn more about you and or pick up that book, what else can they expect to find in there, Dick?
Well, one, it's 50 years of anecdotes, so to speak, of various companies that I've worked with. What the book really is it's kind of a how-to manual on how to discover what the news hook is in order to get the media to care. I named it, obviously, after the famous sign that was on the war room wall of the Clinton campaign, which said, "It's the economy, stupid." And I believe it was James Carville that made the point that every bit of communication, everything you do for this campaign has got to be centered on that. That's what's important in this campaign. Don't get distracted. And so I played on that because my whole contention of my history is that, and I've had some other PR firms that wanted to disagree with me on this, but we're media-centric. I've always been media-centric, which means that everything has to be based within what the media is looking for, interested in, and so forth. And they're looking for news, and everything has to be centered on the media. Otherwise, if you try and write a puff piece or you try and force something down somebody, it's not going to work, and the media's not going to care. So that's basically the premise of the book is, how do you find those news hooks? And so I've come up with about 9 or 10 ways to get the media to care about your story. And I tell anecdotes of clients and companies that I've worked with and so on along those 50 years to hopefully prove my point. I've tried to do it with a little bit of humor, because one of the things I always say in this business is that you got to have a sense of humor. You got to have a sense of humor to live, let alone work in PR.
In this business, it's the only way to stay sane.
I remember years ago hearing, and I don't know, it was attributed to probably Spencer Tracy, who probably you don't even know, but he told a young actor one time, "How can I be successful?" And he said, "Take your job very seriously, but never yourself." And that's something and certainly I've tried to live with, is that what we do is going to come and go. Every once in a while you get a good one, like the UJA experience. But overall, you're going to be experiencing a lot of things, and take it with a grain of salt, enjoy it, enjoy the ride, and never take yourself too seriously, for God's sake. I get weak on big PR firms, and of course I was with several at one point in time in my life, that become so serious about what their job is in the world and how they're changing the world, and they're consultants to governments and all of that. You want to say, "Oh, stop. You're basically trying to get your clients in the press, or you're trying not to get your client in the press."
All right, let's not turn this into black magic. It's a job. It's an important job, but it's not rocket science either.
Nope. It's just good common sense and caring about people and being a news junkie. That's kind of what that book is all about, is learning how to be a news junkie. And if you do so, you'll probably be pretty successful in this business.
Well, I think that they're simple lessons, but they're good lessons, and they're certainly lessons that seem to get lost a little too often for my taste in the field of public relations. And so glad to hear someone like yourself out there telling those stories. But It's The Media Stupid, PR Without the BS is Dick Grove's book. It's available now. Dick Grove, the CEO and founder of Inc. Public Relations Agency, thank you for joining us on the Lead Balloon Podcast.